And the fly, who would share Stan's mincemeat sandwich, was so happy and grateful that he said, "How can I repay your hospitality, Stan, for that?" And Stan looked at the fly and said, wistful in his eyeball, scintillated there, "If only you could tell me where the other half of the moon dangling in the heavenly boat has gone. This is my great worry." And the fly said, "Oh, if I knew, I would tell you. I know someone who does, and I could transport him most if only I were big enough." Now, little did he know that Stan had the magic hold of the powers. He lifted up his arm and did a wavy most, all magic hold and wording. And he said, "If all the flies in the world were one fly, what a big fly that would be!" Transforming most their deep joy. And then the fly said, "Not only will I take you there, but I will sing you a song too."
Surely just a thought away, where visions that men fail to put to words to tell, and music that they try but cannot play.
Now, the takeoff of the fly was of such force, the great velocity, it escaped several miles per several, just like a rocket in orbit. Now, after 7 long days of coasty motion in this orbit field, they gradually came down through a gradient of 34, which is degrees, and flat on a belly cake land, if you'll excuse the expression of that. It was in a beautiful clearing before a lovely forest, leafy of that. And the fly pointed towards the forest with a hairy forefinger and said, "I must leave you now, Stan, but in there, Mad John," and mark it the words. "Not only will he give you the answer to the lost half moon, which is your great worry of it in your Mylode, but also he will give you the philosophy of life in itself. Now, I must go now." Now, Stan was very much appreciative of all this solving of his proploads of the life itself, being a simple old man at heart, and he gathered the fly towards him and cuddled him. It's got so big now that the whiskers protruded and tickled him in his ear goes, caused them both to chuckle, a fly and a human will laugh for that, and he left him. Now, and so he went off.
Nobody knew him or what he had done, but mothers would say to their children, "Beware of Mad John." John would sing with the birds in the morning, laugh with the wind in the cold hand of night. But people from behind their curtains said he's not quite right. John had it sauced. He was living the life of a tramp. Yes, his bed was the cold and the damp, but the sun was his friend. He was free. So here was a wise one who loved all the haters. He loved them so much that their hate turned to fear. And shaking from behind their curtains, the loved ones would hear.